So we're Jack and Amy Strong. We're from the south side of Chicago. We've been involved with the NCCAA for close to 40 years. Since we were actually in college, we got involved with the NCCAA, and then that's continued as we've gone on with either coaching or been involved in the Pro-Am.
I was first introduced in the NCCAA when I was a student athlete at Trinity Christian College. My coach at that time had a passion for the NCCAA, and we ended up going to, I think it was probably one of the first women's basketball tournaments, national championships. So that's where I was first introduced, fell in love with it. From there, just got involved in a number of different capacities and just have been kind of hooked as to what the NCCAA does.
You know, the NCCAA has meant a lot for us, and we continue to be involved just because we've seen the effects. We've been big proponents of supporting the mission fund for the NCCAA because we've seen student athletes go on trips and change their lives and change the lives of many folks that they engage with. And it's been a great way to see them bring their faith into action. And that's meant a lot to us over the years, and we continue to support that.
We have a passion for athletics. We have a passion for sports. We have a passion for young people, and most of all, a passion for Christ. And the NCCAA combines those things so well together. That's why we continue to support it, because we've seen the effects that the NCCAA has had on young people. And when the Lord gives you something to do, you do it with all your heart, and the NCCAA follows that pattern very much.
We're Terry and Joyce Stauffer. We live in Fort Mill, South Carolina. We've been attending the Pro-Am now for about 5 years.
I was introduced to the NCCAA as a student athlete. I attended Washington Bible College. I actually coached as well in the NCCAA, and then had an opportunity to be an athletic director at one of the member schools.
For Joy and I, one of the things that we were looking for is how do we intentionally give to the kingdom of God. One of the things that we definitely wanted is a gospel-driven ministry. As I experienced the NCCAA at the Pro-Am, I became very aware that this is an organization that I wanted to invest in, whether it was through financial, through time, because it was fellowship of like-minded people with the same motivations and goals of supporting great ministries. It was an answer to our prayer of where can we give to make a kingdom impact. We were thrilled. Like, it was one of the coolest moments when we're sitting at the Pro-Am and we're talking as husband and wife, and we're both on the same page, being excited about this is where we want to spend our time.
The reason I believe the support of the NCCAA is really important is when I look back at my student athlete experience, I would not be who I am today without the opportunity to compete as a student athlete in a Christian college. When students and student athletes leave these colleges, they know that life is for a greater purpose, something outside of themselves, something bigger. And that's what life is about.
I'm Dan Wood, and this is my lovely wife,
Stacy Wood. What are you even telling me?
And we are from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yes. We have two boys, Colin and Walker. This is our 15th year in a row. 1 year was only 24 hours, but we made it.
And I'm board chair of the NCCAA.
And I'm his wife.
So I got invited to a Mission Possible event, actually the first Mission Possible event in Middletown, Ohio. And I came home that night and said, we got to go to this big event they have in Florida every year. And she was a little hesitant, to say the least, but we came the first time, and I said, hey, everybody says you come the first time for the golf and the second time for the family reunion. And I was definitely here for the golf, there's no doubt about it. Believe it or not, as bad as I play golf. But definitely first night of the first year, we came back to the condo, both of us almost in tears, and said, well, you're right, we'll be back every single year. And we haven't missed one since.
Not one. Not one. He and I did not know what a Christian college was, really. We didn't know about Christian collegiate sports or anything. So the Pro-Am really in the NCCAA has been legacy changing for our family because we came for that golf event. It has changed our life because of the people who are here and because of their example of Christ and them loving us through all of the trials and tribulations we've been through, and there are many. God has given this gift of family to us. So the minimum we hope to do is to give it back through financial, through time, because we've been blessed.
One of my impressions of Christians before I really devoted my life to God was that I was not good enough. And the people of the NCCAA have shown me that I am good enough. And they've mentored me in my walk with God. And they've allowed me to now, in turn, show my sons, hey, God's not looking for perfection. There was only one perfect man, and it wasn't us. So the impact and the giving of their time to me, to mentor me, has allowed me to do the same for others now, and allows me to continue to show others, hey, this is what Christ has to offer. He doesn't care if you're a screw up. We're all screw ups. And so that's that legacy that the NCCAA has given me and my family has been incredible.